Gen Z or whatever we're up on, generationally speaking. And G. Walker back to serve first. Ooh, Truong with a setup early and some feisty offense he promised at the start of this match.
Wasting zero time. We're just going to come. That's a lot of what the last match ended up being. A lot of back and forth, a lot of hands battles, and that two-handed backhand of Alex Truong already making its presence felt.
Trying to get aggressive in the middle. Goes into the net instead. Ball back to the California Black Bears for 2. Games to 11, win by 2. Side out scoring until we get to a Dreambreaker if that is required. Best 3 out of 5 here in this match format. Just a bit deep. Nice work from Lina Padegimaite, digging her way out of trouble.
It's a lot of what I saw in their previous battle as well. A lot of Lane and Lina keeping the points going.
1-1-1.
Excellent. Both are excellent defenders.
Point.
Well, net tape. We did measure the net tape, the nets this week. I can tell you there are regulations. Staff worked very hard.
Speaking of that, Colin Johns,
2-1-1.
the ultimate architect of the let cords. As far as regulation with the nets too, he is here playing for the Bay Area Breakers, as he was in New York as well. So surely he was investigating that topic before the match.
We have many people with the little chain to make sure that it is the correct height.
Here's a look at the professor himself.
Second
by Angie Walker. Second serve for the Black Bears. 3-0 run to start.
3-1-2.
This is how they started in the last match against Bay Area as well. They were out to a 3-0 start, 3-1 here with on the second serve. Again, they're just the value from Sleeth and Padegimaite of just making them hit extra balls, keeping the point alive and letting them make there.
ATP incoming. Lina Padegimaite nails it to the corner. Make it 5-1-2. California leads.
I complimented their defense so much. He said, let me show you a little offense.
5-1-2.
Lina Padegimaite, former tennis product at the University of Texas.
Side out.
And with this format, 1 game to 11, this is where this already becomes such an important possession for Truong and Walker to not. They need to get some points on this possession with it being 1 game to 11.
Yeah, you mentioned it. It was
1-5-1.
11-9 finish for Sleeth and Padegimaite back in New York.
Point.
Got off one onto Lina, had a great block off the net cord in the middle of that point, but Lane couldn't find the back line on that one, so 2-5.
Ooh, some touch from Truong. Pulls it down the line on Sleeth. Couldn't get out of the way. Make it 3-5. Bay Area forging a comeback.
So is that Aura farming?
Yeah.
That must be part of it.
I think so.
I would think, yeah.
I think we have a couple more rallies before we really see it.
3-5-1. Point.
And the offense again, Bay Area with a chance to tie it at 5.
4-5-1.
What a setup from Angie Walker. Throws in the lob. Alex Truong pounces to tie it at 5.
Perfect time in the middle of that rally to throw up the lob, and she knows that her partner can certainly put a ball away. So beautiful combination there from the Breakers.
Third overall meeting between these two teams. California
5-5-1.
won in New York, but Bay Area took out California in San Clemente in a Dreambreaker.
Point. Timeout change in. 6-5-1. Bay
Big
Area.
burst of energy from the Bay Area Breaks mid-season tournament. And there's nothing else quite like this one. All 6 challenger level teams plus 2 collegiate level teams that qualified to be here, battling to start the action. Nice work by Alex Truong. How about this run, Alan? 6 straight points for the Bay Area Breakers.
And they've done it with a little bit of everything. We saw a very long point before that, and then we see a quick winner from Alex Truong there. So they're doing it in a variety of ways.
Second serve.
All right, so what must Padegimaite and Lane Sleeth do here to get the hold and find some momentum?
Well, I think they have to weather the storm a little bit. Sometimes pickleball is just about slowing down your other team's momentum. They've had more success when they've been able to slow the points down. So see if that works out for them on this one.
Nice work by Truong and Walker again. Side out efficient work for the Bay Area Breakers. Excuse me, another point for the Bay Area Breakers.
We talked in the open about Alex Truong's dynamic abilities. Angie Walker playing extremely well so far in this match.
Wicked stuff from Alex Truong. 9-5. Bay Area needs 2 points to take this one.
And she is on a heater. So I think the key, well, timeout, I think a good timeout here to try to slow down her momentum and their momentum.
Yeah, top 2 seeds, I believe, get a bye as well. So that's valuable. Less mileage on the legs. Been a long season so far. Work by Angie Walker, keeping everything low and attacking every ball that she can. Game point, Bay Area.
Basically a solo point there for Angie. Set herself up and found a lane down the right side of that court. What a run.
Off the tape, and Sleeth will get a break. Bring the ball back to their side. After earning 5 straight points, they've been silenced by Bay Area, who earned 9 straight of their own. Padegimaite loading up at 5-10-1, looking for a comeback. Ooh, sneaky winner from Lane Sleeth, inside out. How about that?
I believe last year Grand Rapids was one of her first MLP events. It wasn't the first, one of the first, and her improvement since then has just been incredible to watch.
Where do you think she's improved the most?
I think in just her comfort in knowing the game. She had the shots, she had the athleticism, she had the background from all those sports. I think just knowing when to attack, when to slow it down, and how to set up her partner. And the defense. I mean, that's something that comes later. Sometimes it's easy to come in as an athlete and attack balls, but her defense has gotten incredible.
Timeout Bay Area, 7-10-1.
And the in-game repetition, to your point, is invaluable, especially at the pro level. Just life comes at you a little faster at this level, obviously, but especially for a player that was trying to break in, and MLP, a perfect platform for players like Lane Sleeth, or the young and up-and-comers such as Alex Truong, to get that exposure at the highest level, playing with new teammates.
And we thought we would start the day off with a tight match. This one threatened to be a quick win for Bay Area, but California clawing back into it now, forcing a timeout.
15 seconds, remaining timeouts. California none, Bay Area none.
Tight game.
One let cord can do you a whole lot of justice. Ask Colin Johns, he knows it.
Especially
I'm in. 7-10-1.
Good time for one of those.
2 straight here for California. Let's see if they can make it 3. Big put away from Angie Walker. Lane Sleeth will be the second server for California. Another look at the proton put away from Angie.
7-10-2.
Lane Sleeth trying to attack, falls short. Bay Area back to work, game point number 2.
10-7-1.
I like the aggressiveness there from Lane Sleeth, though, especially down 7-10. Just couldn't get it to fall.
Bay Area closes it out. 11-7. California had a little comeback brewing, and that one falls short. Bay Area Breakers lead 1-0. Out come the men. DJ Young and Colin Johns will face Michael Loyd and Juan Benitez when we return. Colin Johns on the right. Patient point to start. DJ Young tries to instigate, gets caught into the net.
The women came out and started just banging it right away. The guys come out a little more slower, dinking rally there, but that's a good point from Juan and Mike, I think, to start this thing off.
Nice work. Michael Loyd places himself perfectly, doesn't do too much work with the upper body, keeps his paddle out in front, gets the ball down. 1-0 lead, California.
And 2 very slow at the kitchen dinking points so far. You think that may not favor 2 guys who play a lot of singles in Loyd and Benitez. They did a fantastic job with the first 2.
Oh my, Benitez almost gets there. Nifty put away for DJ Young. Colin Johns continues to relay his strategy there to DJ.
One of the first pros I can remember hitting shots like that. He's been hitting that kind of scorpion type thing for a long time.
0-1-1. Second serve.
So winner of this one will advance to the quarterfinals to face the College All-Star team or the Vegas Night Owls. Tall task.
Side out.
Quick side out. So I mentioned
1-0-1.
the Black Bears being the underdog. So far, so good. This is the kind of start you want.
Point.
This is great stuff from Juan and Mike.
Yeah.
You know, the patient dinking, just they're not
2-0-1.
taking the bait and trying to speed things up too quickly, just letting the game come to them and working out so far.
Nice try. Got a paddle on it. It's deep. Colin Johns takes charge. Second serve, California.
2-0-2. Side out.
There's that length of DJ Young in the middle. Hard to put a
0-1.
high ball down the middle on him and expect to get it back.
Touch from Colin Johns, threads it through the middle.
They switched things up there. Have Colin on the left and worked out.
1-2-1.
I mentioned he's known for playing the right side, but played the left extremely well there and has done that some in MLP.
Second serve. One, 2-2.
Just deep.
Side out.
DJ Young sails it. Nice work by California. Only damage is 1 point.
2-1-1.
It's incredible that Juan Benitez was a year and a half ago, I think, playing in some 4-5 draws. Has stepped up at the pro level and picked it up so fast.
Point. Three, 1-1.
Nice.
Second serve.
Side out ball. DJ Young stumps Juan Benitez. Second serve. California.
3-1-2. Point.
Big play from Benitez. Stands tall on the left. He's the coach.
4-1-2.
Some of the names: Pablo Tellez, Federico Staxrud.
Point.
On left court, Colin Johns loves it.
He sort of walks over very calmly to pick up that ball. It's the first one of the day.
5-1-2. Side out.
All right, the net cord, let cord got him back right there. So
Evens it out.
Equal opportunity.
That's right.
As we mentioned in the last match,
1-5-1.
Alex and Angie were down 5-1, and in a game to 11, you got to make the most of these possessions, and they went on a huge run down 5-1. Let's see if the guys can do the same thing.
Yeah, that's a great point.
1-5-2.
Oh, ambitious Ernie from Benitez has the reach to do it.
big smile on his face, which is what happens when you have a great Ernie like that. Everything working so far for Benitez and Loyd. Slow game, counters, then an Ernie. And another.
Timeout change in, 6-1-1.
For standing points.
Time in,
so
6-1-1.
Looking to bump up their seeding as we look ahead to the playoffs in August.
Tough start for the College All-Stars, but still great to have them part of this event.
Of course.
Second serve.
If you want to catch the other All-Star team, you can look at the FAU college team taking on
6-1-2.
the Nashville Chefs later on this afternoon over on Grandstand Courts. Off the net, and an apology from Juan Benitez. And Colin Johns throwing up the number 3. He is keeping tabs on his favorite stat line, the left court.
7-1-2.
7-1-2. California breaking away.
We all do some internal stat keeping on the left courts, I think.
Point.
Let's go, Bears. Let's go, Bears.
And the energy falling pretty flat for the Bay Area Breakers.
Point.
And I love that when the other team's on their heels a little bit. You mentioned some of the frustration. Let's just let one rip. We know Michael Loyd can do that. And it's now 9-1.
Oh! Playing the pedals in the middle. DJ Young possibly hitting an out ball.
It's hard when you're that tall.
Yeah, exactly.
That long range, every ball's
and when the
reachable.
ball's that high. Juicy opportunity.
1-9-1.
1-9-1. Crucial side out here for the Breakers. Wow.
Oh, yeah.
Second serve.
Acrobatic offense from the California Black Bears.
DJ and Colin
1-9-2.
just want to know, can we get a net ball to roll our way?
Michael Loyd puts on a show, jams up DJ Young at the hip pocket, gets the ball right back. California back to work, 9-1-1.
Yeah, Loyd and Benitez winning a lot of the hands
9-1-1.
battles. Their counters have been outstanding, and they're attacking knowing that they can handle what comes back.
Flamingo action from Benitez. Game point, Black Bears.
How about that? You got your dinks are working, your drives are working. Let's throw in a lob.
10-1-1.
Why not?
Point game, 11-1.
And that will end it. California runs away with men's doubles, 11-1. So we are equalized, 1 game apiece. Mixed doubles coming up next. We'll definitely be playing 2 more games, if not more. And I'm True in the booth here with you. We just heard from Richie Twazin, team owner of the California Black Bears a moment ago. He explained the logic of the order they set. They are the away team, so it was Bay Area that got to choose the matchups. So they opted to put DJ Young and Angie Walker out against Lina and Benitez.
0-0-1.
Yeah, and as mentioned, Lina and Juan played extremely well together in New York, especially towards the end of that tournament.
Second serve.
Well, in this particular matchup in New York, it was Angie Walker and DJ Young against Lina and Juan. Angie and DJ won 11-4. Nice, crafty nature from DJ Young. Hops around the corner, goes inside out.
Yep. He's trying to find some momentum. Obviously, that men's match didn't go the way he wanted it to. Get it out of your head, get going in this mixed match. But I think he's got to find himself some momentum, which he does right there.
Hand speed tested too. Bay Area breaks open the scoring. The other mixed doubles game
1-0-1.
ended in favor of Alex Truong and Colin Johns, 11-8 over Elaine Sleeth and Michael Loyd. So we'll see how Grand Rapids changes things.
A little smile from Colin as DJ gets a let court back. It doesn't happen with me on the court, but benefited my team at least.
Second serve. Two 0-2.
DJ Young coming out swinging here in mixed, as I mentioned. Couldn't find any momentum in men's. Playing very well here in mixed. He's turning things around.
Lob is up. It's good.
What a fun player to watch Juan Benitez is. You know, he's not one of the ones that maybe comes into this match as one of the big names on court, but so far the athleticism, the variety in his game, and a little showmanship here and there too.
From Padegimaite opening up the scoring for California.
One 3-1. Second serve.
That's to his credit. One of the first unforced errors I think I've seen Juan make all day, which tells you how well he played in men's.
Great drop there, too, to the backhand corner. DJ Young. Walker tries to attack cross court. Padegimaite makes DJ Young eat it.
Lynn is such a steady player. You think of her as steady, but she has some offense and some counters too. So not just the defensive specialist.
That out.
DJ is finding his rhythm. You can see this is more like classic DJ Young here. Didn't see that. Saw him miss a couple of those long in the men's match. He's dialing it in.
3-2-1. Second serve.
Spot in the middle. Again, Benitez imposing his will on the game. Bay Area to protect a 1-point lead. DJ Young trying to create. Benitez is on the read. Side out. Black Bears.
Worked for DJ the first time. Juan says, I've seen this before, like 2 minutes ago. I think I'm ready for it this time. Lynn also very ready for it.
Second serve. Two 3-2. Side out.
It was there. Juan just couldn't quite get around it. That's a tough play to make. He has the athleticism to do so, though.
3-2-1.
I've seen him make a couple of those plays, but just a little short on that.
Little kiss off the tape and a break for Angie Walker. 4-2. Bay Area leads.
Speaking of playing well, that Angie Walker was excellent in that women's match. Really good, again, so far in mixed. Very steady and finding her spots to be aggressive.
Second serve. Four 2-2.
Nice spot again. Benitez continues to cook. Side out, 2-point hole.
Yeah, what an angle from him.
2-4-1.
Looked like a good shot from Angie, and he just puts it in one spot on the court she couldn't get to.
Second serve. Two, 4-2.
Nice, Benitez. Oh no, called for a foot fault on his way to the vert. Side out. He's thinking about challenging it. He will. Usually doesn't work in your favor. Worth a challenge anyways. Here's Jim.
After video review, the football call stands. Free challenge lost, 2 remaining. 3 free challenges remaining. We'll resume play at 4-2-1.
First on 3, 1, 2, 3, Bears!
Yeah, I think worth the play from Juan. Now at least
Yeah.
you make your opponent aware of you. It's hard to play people when you don't know where they're going to be.
Yeah.
Juan's all over this court so far.
4-2-1.
That's a rare middle of body bag from Angie Walker. Juan caught it with his hand. Great reflexes, but doesn't get him the point.
5-2-1.
Nice.
Second serve.
Great reach from Padegimaite. Physical player on the right. Has a lot of size. Makes her a weapon. DJ Young loading back up. 5-2-2.
Point. Timeout change in.
Right,
6-2-2 Bay Area.
Since the end of the men's match, been the beneficiary of many a let court here.
Are you counting? CJ's counting. We'll see what the let court count is when we return. Bay Area lead 6-2 at the end change. We'll be right back with the conclusion of mixed doubles game number 3.
Dulce Vida Organic Tequila. Tequila, pure and simple.
Hey pickleball players, ready for an unforgettable pickleball experience? The Carvana PPA Tour is coming to Bristol, Tennessee, August 6th through 10th. Come face off against the best players in the country, pro or amateur. Take your game higher by learning from top coaches and players with hands-on opportunities. When you're not playing, come watch the world's best teams battle for first place. Meet passionate players, make new friends, and create lasting memories. Don't miss out. Register at ppatour.com or click the link.
Hoping his team can put him in closing position. Game number 4 will feature Michael Loyd and Lane Sleeth against Colin Johns and Alex Truong. Could have our first match lean into a Dreambreaker, which will be fun.
Deep. I think last year we started day 1. I think we had 2 or maybe 3 Dreambreakers day 1 last year. So we got accustomed to the Dreambreakers here in Grand Rapids. We'd love to see one here.
Side out.
Too much Juan Benitez once again. Ball back to California, playing well on the holds, but what do you want to see on the serving side of things for Padegimaite and Benitez?
I actually want to see a lot more of what happened when Juan got called for that foot fault. I want to see a lot of movement out of him and Lina using her craft and her drops to set that up.
Oh, speaking of defense, asking you shall receive. Lina Padegimaite takes it out. Benitez carves out an angle.
He's done that a couple times today. He has got some real angles and some touch and feel around the court.
3-7-1.
Years of racket sport experience, no doubt, helping that. Little momentum here now for the Black Bears. They needed it badly in 2 straight points. And no let courts to do so. That was a unfortunate couple of occurrences for them so far.
Sequence for Walker and Young, all smiles on their side. What'd you see?
I mean, there were some great hands from DJ in the middle of that, but a lot of that point's Angie Walker. She was pulled out wide, hit some outstanding forehand dinks there, and then a great job to let that one go. And does it again. So great possession there for Angie Walker. A great defensive possession for her.
7-4-1. Point.
DJ's really had that third shot drive going. I've noticed him not dropping his third so far in this mixed match. He's being very aggressive,
California.
working out very well.
Nice work from DJ Young, forcing
runs in pickleball where things aren't going our way. I think the mental side of it, that's really impressive by DJ
California 9.
Especially when you have to be the aggressor there on the left, too, taking up more court.
Yeah, I think for Juan and Lina, they got to find ways to return these serves where he can't tee off on those thirds. They're giving him very attackable returns.
Go right back to him. And take care of the volley, Benitez. Second serve. Angie Walker. 8-4-2.
8-4-2.
Another flamingo, and made sure he got out of the kitchen that time. Heel wasn't on the line. All clear.
4-8-1. Point.
Little momentum shining through, sun peeking through, and Black Bears also a little bit of light here. 5-8 now. Got to get something done on this possession. Wow, which is hard to do when DJ Young finds that level.
Walk-off winner for DJ Young. Take another look.
5-8-2.
Unbelievable. Juan Benitez committed to his right. Young burns him to his left. And Padegimaite dug it out. It was too high. Side out. Bay Area Breakers.
Yep, Benitez tried Angie down the line. She was ready for it and set up DJ for that big put away.
Yeah. 8-5-1.
Initiation, cross court, down the line, wins the point.
Honestly, when she attacked that first one coming in, I thought maybe that's not going to work out for her, but she got the second and third one back. Outstanding play from Angie.
Second
the
serve.
tape again.
And I can't help but look over at Colin every time
Yeah.
that happens. He's handling them very well.
Because he's not out there. 9-5-2.
9-5-2.
Breakers looking to go up a game on the Black Bears.
Point.
That's deep. Make it game point.
Rare miss from Juan on that. It's because he had both feet on the ground.
10-5-2. Side out.
Yeah, good look there from Ange. Just that net court today coming into play quite a bit so far.
5-10-1.
So that buys the Black Bears another opportunity.
Point.
I can't believe Lena fought off a couple of those balls.
BB's. Looking to put some scoreboard pressure on the other side.
6-10-1. Second serve.
Padegimaite sends it long.
Really good look for her. Just missed it deep, but that's the ball she wants to see.
6-10-2. Side out.
DJ left that whole side of the court open. Juan knows it, too. Look at his reaction.
Bird alert both sides now. Even out that stat line. Did DJ Young knew he was going to get burned the other way? Doesn't matter.
10-6-1.
Another game point for the Bay Area Breakers. Drives it to Padegimaite. Lob is up. Padegimaite's on it. Back to the line they go. Walker attacks, and it works out for her again to take it. 11-6 in game 3.
She was outstanding.
Yeah.
So few errors and a lot of points like that one.
She was indeed, and that means Colin Johns and Alex Truong could take the match in regulation and advance their team forward to the semifinal round. Stay with us. Game 4 coming up next. Will it be a Dreambreaker if California wins, or is Bay Area clinching this in 4? Stay tuned to find out. It holds true here.
Time in.
To get over the hump.
0-0-2.
Lane Sleeth on the return. Alex Truong on the serve. Loyd eats up the attack down the line on Alex Truong.
What he did a lot in that men's match, although I think you see the game plan for Truong and Johns. She came out firing right away. Lane Sleeth did an outstanding job of handling
0-0-1.
those first couple of attacks to set up Michael Loyd eventually finishing the point.
Second serve.
A counter from Colin, and then he just casually lets it go, which his bench chuckles at.
And his bench saying, how do you know? You didn't even look back.
When you know, you know.
Fair point. When you know, you know.
When you've played as much pickleball as he has.
Side out.
He knew that one, too.
Yeah. He's got a sixth sense for the game, doesn't he?
Absolutely.
0-0-1.
We're joking about it, but that's a harder thing to do, as amateur level players know, is to let the balls go.
Second serve. Zero, 0-2. Side out.
Very athletic play from Michael Loyd. He's taken his fitness and his training to the next level down in Austin, Texas.
0-0-1.
Progression, made it to a final in PPA side last year in men's singles.
You look at the list of wins he has in men's. He's got some really good names on his resume, including Ben Jones.
Ooh. Sneaky stuff from Sleeth, trying to test Colin Johns down the line. California opens up the scoring. As far as Dreambreaker records go, Alan, it's pretty even, 2 and 3. The California Black Bears more experienced in the Dreambreaker, 1 and 2 for the Bay Area Breakers. So similar percentage, but slight more sample size for the Black Bears.
Both teams have a variety of kind of singles experience and success levels on their team. So
who would you take in a Dreambreaker if this does go the distance?
I think I would lean Black Bears right now. You mentioned Michael Loyd having tons of singles experience. Juan has been a rising singles player. Lena, for being such a steady Eddie in doubles, is a pretty good singles player herself.
Nice play by Michael Loyd, dancing to keep his feet out of the kitchen. And blazing through the scoreline, too.
He came to play today.
He
like
did.
I said, he was outstanding in that men's match. Has not lost any of that momentum so far.
4-0-2.
It was 11-8 in New York. I mentioned it was close in this same matchup just last weekend. Nice recovery from Alex Truong. How important is that brief sample size to be able to have recency history as well as that experience in playing the same combination, Alan?
Yeah, I think it's important to have. It's hard when you play players where you don't know their shots, you don't know their style, and especially at this level. And so to have that experience and to know what worked and what didn't, I think it's very.
Demolishes the lob attempt from Alex Truong. Second serve, Bay Area.
Really good point up to that point. Actually, some great digging there.
0-4-2.
Don't know about lobbing over Michael Loyd's forehand. He has it going today so far.
Side out.
This is the start you want if you're the Black Bears. You're trying to even this thing up, send it to Dreambreaker. This is exactly how you want to come out and play.
Ooh, through the middle attack, gets caught on the follow-up shot, but like that instigation.
Yes, she has been finding the right spots. She has been attacking a ton, but finding the right spots to do so. That was the right place. Just couldn't quite get out of the way.
Loyd all over it, 5-0. Black Bears need one to get the 6-0 lead at the end change. Take another look at this, Alan.
Yeah, flashy put away, but set up by a really good dink out wide by Lane Sleeth.
Love that observation, great point. The thankless setup sometimes. Lane Sleeth leaves one high. Alex Truong greets the opportunity. Paddle change for Lane Sleeth as well, playing with a Franklin. That's new for her.
She had been dinking so well. That's one of the few she left up high, and Alex Truong absolutely knows what to do with that. So once again,
0-5-1.
Bay Area finds himself in a hole, but Alex Truong dug herself out of one the last time she was on this court.
Second serve.
Middle ball catches Colin Johns out of position. Second serve for the Breakers. You're surprised at all by the scoreline to start?
0-5-2.
A little bit, although, you know, I know Sleeth and Loyd have everything to play for here. They're trying to force this thing into a Dreambreaker, but absolutely, I expect them to play well. Did not expect a 5-0 start.
Ball right back to California. 1 point away of the end change. Richie Toisin pleased so far on the sideline. Knows a thing or two about winning titles. The LQK, the originator, the original teams in MLP. Oh, Michael Loyd does it again. Black Bears, or put your money on the Black Bears, rather. And I think I would agree with that because of Michael Loyd leading the batting order.
Yeah, and he is normally a great singles player, but he's clearly very on his game today.
As for previous titles, mention it, 3-time MLP championship winning franchise are the California Black Bears, formerly BLQK. They won the first ever event in Austin. Ben Johns, Andrea Koop, Rom Nunnery, Irina Tereshchenko on that roster. Some of the greats.
Legendary roster. And won it in a Dreambreaker, if I'm correct.
Yeah.
Side out.
Much needed quick side out there for Truong and Johns. Very experienced players, though.
0-6-1.
They've been down before. They've come back before.
Ooh. Uh-oh. Count the leg cord.
Second serve.
He didn't put the fingers up.
Including the men's doubles game. I think that's number 4 or 5 against Colin.
0-6-2.
You know, I would think those slower points would favor Colin and Alex, but Lane Sleeth has played extremely well over there and then had that counter.
Yeah, what is she doing particularly well?
I think just being very patient, not playing outside of herself, waiting for the right times, and being ready for everything. I think Colin thought he would surprise her with that shot. She was ready to go, but just playing so well and keeping her digs very low when she's going angle to angle with Alex.
Second serve.
As I say that, that's maybe the first kind of orange ball that she's attacked. That
6-0-2.
How about those couple digs from Michael Loyd before that, though?
Juicy out ball
Point.
hit by Alex Truong. Colin Johns not thrilled. Hand goes on the hip immediately. And out call goes the other way. Black Bears get the break. Take another point. Since the end
7-0-2.
change.
Point.
Another big attack from Michael Loyd. And I think when you have a team that is as experienced as Colin Johns and Alex Truong down, you want to close this thing out. You don't want to give them any wiggle room here at all. They take a timeout here to see if...
And 8-0-2. Point.
Nice attack again. Lane Sleeth is on the hands battle. 9-0. We're in pickle territory now as we look ahead towards a potential Dreambreaker to decide the match. Lane Sleeth finishes off what Michael Loyd starts. 10-0. Pickle point, game point. Alan True.
They've been doing that all game. No matter who starts the instigation, the other one's there to finish it off, and that's the mark of a great partnership. So,
Side out.
all right, Pickle will have to wait.
Zero 10-1.
pickle. It's hot. Pickles are a great thing to have on a hot day, but Colin denies that.
1-10-1. Point.
2 in a row. So we've all been there. We've all seen this happen where the team starts to creep in a little bit.
Point.
And a little run here for the Bay Area Breakers. Is it too late is the question.
And the net court helped out Colin and his team that time. Holds the ball up.
Not tallying those, though.
3-10-1.
No, of course not. Yeah.
Second serve.
It's a good patient point from Loyd and Sleeth, especially when the other team's starting to nip at your heels a little bit to stay in that dink rally, and then Michael Loyd, as he has all day, finds a place to attack it.
Michael Loyd, wow, defended by Truong.
Incredible pickup from her after he hit a really nifty lob in the middle of that point.
Oh,
she pulls the trigger. Yes, the Nats for the crowd. There's some of that aura farming.
Yeah, and there it is. It was a great sequence for Alex Truong. Left her for dead in the water. And then look at her getting back to the kitchen, striking through the middle. Defensive queen at the baseline. 4-10-2. A couple more and Black Bears could be in some trouble. That cord for Colin Johns pops it up to the paddle of Michael Loyd. Game point number 2 for the Black Bears.
And after giving Colin and Alex just a little bit of daylight there, I think you want to close it out now and not giving them a chance to get this ball back. And fitting that Michael Loyd pulls that move to close it out. Early MVP candidate, Michael Loyd, playing very well these couple of matches.
You love to see it. It all comes down. Drop volley right away from Loyd, then flips it to the corner. Opening point goes to the Black Bears and Michael Loyd.
Crafty first point. You know, you think singles hitting big drives, but Mike shows that it's all about variety, I think, in singles.
Yeah.
He can do a little bit of everything.
He's crafty, all right. It's a short return and demolishes the third. Inside out and a beauty on the pass. 2-0 Black Bears lead.
This is where it's big for Colin. Got to find a point in here. This is the one, I think, for him if he's going to get one.
Point.
Big serve, count it. 3-0. Looking to sweep Colin Johns to start.
3-0.
Nice start for Michael Loyd. 4-0. Puts Juan Benitez in a fortuitous position against DJ Young. Expectations in this series?
You know, this one is, I think, the hardest to handicap of all the matchups. I don't know that these guys have seen each other in singles.
Side out.
DJ comes out, quick error there from Juan, missed that one, and so DJ has the breakers back on track.
So initially I was interested in putting Colin out first, but now I see the reasoning with DJ Young maybe feeling like he has the edge in this particular matchup instead of quote-unquote wasting him at the top of the order against Michael Loyd, so to speak.
Yes, I do think that's probably the strategy, and then hoping your women can come in at the end and hold serve.
Nice.
That's 2 in a row for Juan Benitez. You noticed in doubles how much court Juan covers. You see it here definitely in singles.
It's a great point.
Very athletic.
A lot of length too.
Side out point.
That one's deep. So 2-2 is how The second rotation will settle. Lane Sleeth comes out against Alex Truong. 4 points to be played. A lot of work to be done if you are Alex Truong, looking to erase the 4-0 sweep at the top of the order.
But I think the lineup was set for this matchup where Alex can equalize some of that. Lane Sleeth has played some singles and not nearly as much as Alex has.
You're right. Nice play by Alex Truong right out of the gate. There's one thing working for Sleeth, though. It's the athleticism and her ability to move.
3-6.
It's burned that time, though. First point to Truong.
Point.
Truong goes heavy cross courts. 2-0, Truong leads. Your Sleeth just got to get one, right?
Yep.
4-6.
So far, so good for Alex Truong and the Breakers, though. This is what they envisioned.
Point.
And Sleeth opts to stay back. Come to the net a little more would be maybe a thought.
I think on this one now, that one didn't work out to baseline that one out. I think you got to try to get 1 point here if you're Lane Sleeth. She comes immediately in.
That suggestion works. 3-1. Lane Sleeth will take a point, but Alex Truong doing nice work there to separate.
I don't know if she heard you, Michelle, but you at least put it in the atmosphere for her to pick up.
7-5.
Here's Angie Walker against Lina Padegimaite, two great singles players in their own rights.
A couple of former college tennis players.
Yep. Padegimaite goes to the net first. It works, especially with that length Lina has. I would think she comes to the net any chance she gets. Both taller players.
8-5.
Flip ends at 11. 8-5. California on the lead. Ooh, that's worth a challenge. Potentially, that was close. Lina Padegimaite sends that volley deep. Nice pressure from the baseline from Walker and a couple of cupcake volleys there.
Yeah, Lina looked over at her bench and they seemed to confirm that ball was out. So
point. 9.
2-1. Lina Padegimaite leads the series right now. Last point.
9-6.
And Angie Walker will equalize it at 2 apiece.
Sometimes you overthink it, and when you have a guy who's this good at singles and Michael Loyd, you just have to keep swinging.
Point.
Everything seems to be working for him.
11-7.
Colin tried to come up to the net that time. I think that's the right play.
Black Bears get to 11 first. 11-7. The damage. Michael Loyd continues to soar in this series against Colin Johns. So, about midway through the match, the grand finale here. Once again, a winner
15 seconds.
will face the Vegas Night Owls, the league-leading Night Owls at the challenger level in the semifinal
11-7.
rounds. That'll take place later on today. 11-7. Michael Loyd terrorizing Colin Johns. Gets to the net, skates through the opening, and Colin Johns gets his first point.
That's a big point. Bookmark that one.
Yeah.
So we can come back to it at the end of the match, depending on how this finishes out. But that's a big point.
Point.
And okay, that's a big deal. Colin Johns gets 2 in the second round. So now Michael Loyd leading just 6-2 in that particular series. Juan Benitez and DJ Young, they split in the first round, 2-2. Here's round 2. Drop volley. DJ ends up dropping it, and the drop volley goes into the net. Surprised by a couple of decisions in that one.
Yeah, actually kind of a crafty play there by DJ, and then Juan, I think, just tried to do a little bit too much with it. Had DJ moving up to the net and tried to drop him.
11.
Tried to drop the drop.
Side out point. 12. $12-10.
Just back for Benitez. Second point goes to DJ Young. Last point to be played between the two.
DJ puts a lot of pressure on those because of his athleticism and length. You have to hit
11-12.
smaller lanes, and I think that's where you've seen Juan miss a couple of those.
Ooh, on the chance to tie it there for DJ Young. He sends it into the net. 2-point separation continues, but slimmer margins here for Lane Sleeth. Last time it was get to the net first. Expect to see
13-11.
potentially the same here. Short return, gets there. Backhand volley twice to success for Lane Sleeth. She'll take the opening point. It was 3-1 in favor of Alex Truong in round one. See if Lane Sleeth can split and at least get 2 here.
Important for Lane, I think, to come out and get that first point.
Inside out on the approach, 2-0. Lane Sleeth leads.
Ball looked like it took a funny hop. I don't know if that's the spin Lane put on it or just...
Wind picking up slightly here too, something to note in Grand Rapids.
I do think that had some effect there.
Lane Sleeth reversing the script. 3 points to start. Last one here.
16. 16-11.
Wow, a sweep for Lane Sleeth, now leading the series against Truong, 5-3 in their split. So out comes Padegimaite and Angie Walker. A lot of pressure in the 4 spot here per usual. Angie Walker could try and do some damage, and that missed return won't help. Opening point goes to Padegimaite.
I think you could see the scoreboard pressure a little bit on Alex and maybe on Angie there too as she makes the initial error. You've mentioned Linna's reach a couple of times, and her height definitely came into play on that point. There were a couple of balls that she was just able to extend and pick up and stay in that point.
Chance to go up match point for the Black Bears.
Point.
Very well played by Linna, just moving Angie all over the court and getting up to that net and putting that pressure on as well, and that's why we have a match point.
3-0 so far for Padegimaite here in round 2. Match point, Black Bears. Ooh, off the net. Linna's there. Walker goes to the backhand, and Padegimaite clobbers it 21-11. And the Black Bears advance to the semifinal rounds to face the league-leading Vegas Night Owls. We're going to step aside for just a moment. When we return, we'll Dreambreaker battle to start our action on center court. The reaction from the bench says it all. Padegimaite polishes off her opponents to win the match, and off Michael Loyd and Juan Benitez go to the semifinal rounds later on today against the Vegas Night Owls. We'll get to that in just a moment, but first, Michael Loyd, it required a mixed doubles win from you and Lane Sleeth to even push your team to a Dreambreaker. What do you think went so well for you guys in that matchup to have that success?
Lane hit a lot of balls. When Lane's hitting a lot of balls and I'm trusting her, I think we're going to do really, really well. She's so solid, and I just trust her to set me up. So shout out to Lane.
Yeah, and Juan, you and Mike come out and played extremely well in men's. What was working for you guys in that match?
Consistency. I think last night we watched some tape, we watched some film together, and we just came out with a good plan, and it was just a matter to execute it today, and we did. And yeah, just super proud of us, and it was a hell of a team effort. But yeah, I mean, more of these matches, just organized control and aggression at the same time. It's just everything went our way to a men's double, so very happy.
And you should be happy, and it's going to require that and some more with a full team effort against the Vegas Night Owls in the semifinal rounds later on this afternoon. So, Michael, what's the plan of attack here with the team? How do you guys regroup? How do you strategize? What's the preparation look like for the Black Bears?
Yeah, I mean, I think first off, get some food, get a stretch, make sure that we're well rested. Obviously, that was a competitive match and went to a Dreambreaker, so we got to make sure that we're fit for the next. But in our last match with Vegas, they barely beat us out in the Dreambreaker by 2 points. So we know that we're very capable of it. Got to go back and look at some of those matches as well, look at what we did well, and just, you know, bring our A game. I think if we bring the energy like we did today, with this great crowd out here, it's going to be pretty easy to do. So we'll see how it goes.
Love it. Love that comparison too. Well, guys, congratulations. It was a fun match to watch and a fun match to call.
Thanks,
Thank
guys.
You can catch that.